Hey everyone, it's Julianne here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I created this Let It Be Slimline card. Now I've noticed everyone has been loving all things bees lately, so I wanted to join in by creating this card with some products that you may already have. Now for my card today, I'm going to be starting out by first creating my background, and I'm going to be using the Hexi pattern background stencils from Honeybee Stamps. Now when I was creating this card, I didn't realize that actually these stencils are discontinued, so I will link to something similar in the description box below. So any Hexagon stencils that you already have will definitely work if you want to recreate this card. Now I'm going to be starting out by using a few distress inks. I'm going to be using the colors Mustard Seed, Fossilized Amber, and finally Wild Honey. Now I'm going to start out my ink blending by using my lightest color, which is going to be Mustard Seed, and I'm going to be adding that color in the center of those hexagons. I'll then be coming in with Fossilized Amber, and I'm going to be adding that color around the edges. And then finally, to darken those edges even more, I'm going to be going back in with some Wild Honey. Now once I'm done with that first section of hexagons, I'm then going to remove that stencil and I'm going to reposition it onto my slimline card base. And I'm going to continue ink blending with those three colors till I have my entire background panel covered. Now once I had my background all ink blended, I'm then going to come in and start working on coloring in my bee. Now I know, call the media, I'm not doing any Copic coloring today. I figured I would actually try something different, so I'm going to be bringing out my Karin Brushmarker Pros, and I'm going to be coloring in the Be My Stamp and Die set from Honeybee Stamps. Now this was a freebie, I believe last year, that you got with a qualifying purchase. But if you do want it, it is available to purchase on their website now. But honestly, any bee stamp that you have will work for this. Now the colors I use to color in the bee are Gold, Amber, and Skin 1. I'm going to be coloring in the body of the bee with gold. And then I'll be adding some amber to the sides in order to add some shading. Now I do end up bringing in Arctic Blue in order to add some color into the wings. And then to finish off that cute little bee, I'm just going to be coming in with the skin marker, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of pink to her cheeks. Now to add some texture to my background panel, I've placed that panel inside of my splat box, and using a paintbrush, I'm going to be splattering some mustard seed, wild honey, and some black soot, all in distress inks. And I'm going to be splattering all three of those colors all throughout my background, and then I'll just place that panel off to the side to completely dry before moving on. Now once my background has dried, I'm now going to start working on assembling everything together, and I'm going to start out by deciding on the placement of everything using my T-ruler. And once I found the center of my background panel, I'm going to start adhering down each one of my die cut letters, and those are from the Mary Alpha dies from Paper Tray Ink. Now I did do all of my die cutting off camera in order to save some time in this video, but I ran each one of those letters through my die cutting machine 2 times from some black cardstock and once from some black glitter cardstock, and I've adhered each one of those layers together using some liquid adhesive, and that's going to give my sentiment that little bit of added dimension. And once I have those all adhered, I'm then going to be adhering down each one of those letters down to my background panel using even more of that adhesive. I'm now going to start working on adhering my cute little bee down to my card. And for that, I'm going to be adhering it down using an action wobbler. I thought this was just the perfect touch for this adorable card. And I'm going to start adhering the one side to the back of my bee. And then I'll remove that release paper on the other side, and I'll adhere that side directly down to my background panel. Once it's all adhered, you can just wobble away. I just love using action wobblers. I really think they're just an adorable touch to any card. Now to add even more texture to my card, and instead of using sequins on my card today, I'm going to be using some Nuvo drops. And the colors I'm going to be using today are English Mustard and Dandelion Yellow. Now in order to make sure that there aren't any air bubbles in my containers, I just like to always have a piece of scrap paper off to the side, and I'll just add a few drops on that paper before bringing the drops to my background. So I'm just going to continue to add all of those drops throughout my background, just alternating between the two colors. And once I feel as though I have enough, that's going to complete my Let It Be Slimline card. I just love how this card turned out, and I love that wobbling bee. I hope you were able to find some inspiration from my video today, and I hope that this really inspires you to dig out some of your older goodies that you already have in order to create something wonderful. Now, if you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel for even more card making ideas. If you're interested in any of the supplies I used today, I will have those all listed and linked down below in the description box. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, and happy crafting!